we have done here is in the four positions of the input link, okay, I have placed O2 A1 and O2 A2 such that they are symmetrical about the O2 O4 line. Okay, they are exactly symmetrical about this O2 O4 line. Why we are doing this? I'll let you know. Let us look at the second example here. Now, in this case, what I have done, I have placed O2 A1 over here, and I have ensured that O2 A2 and O2 A3, these two links are symmetrical about the O2 O4 line or the horizontal reference axis. Okay, or else at the end we can have this type of configuration also, wherein we have O2 A1 as first position, O2 A2 as second position, and O2 A3 is symmetric with O2 A4 with respect to O2 O4. So in this case, these two links are symmetric. Now you can see that these are the only three possible combination wherein we are trying to make two of the input links to be symmetrical about the horizontal axis. The reason why I am doing this is, now if I let me take this example number one. Okay, and after doing this construction to locate the output links, what we usually do is we place the center of rotation or center of arc on this O4, and I'll make this O4 A2 as the radius, and I'll rotate it backwards by phi 12, and when I rotate it back it will coincide or overlap with this A1. That means I will get this A2 dash overlapping with A1, which is already present here. Why? Because this A1 and A2 are symmetric about that O2 O4. So since we are overlapping, so what we are doing is ultimately we are reducing this into a three position problem, though it is a four position. That's why this name has come here, point position reduction method. Okay, similarly for this second case also, if I keep the compass at O4 and if I rotate O4 A3 downwards by an angle of phi 23, then it will overlap with this A2. So I will get A3 dash lying on that A2 point. So these 2 points will be coinciding with each other. Hence we are reducing one of the point and ultimately converting this into three position. Of course, just for a change, what we have done here is, in the earlier case, if you remember, we used to draw the three output links and then rotate them and get the input links. In this case, what I have done is I have drawn the input links. I'll rotate the input links and I'll get the respective output link. Okay, that is the only difference. You have 100% freedom to do it in either ways. You can either draw input links, rotate and get output link, or you can draw the output links first, rotate them and get the input link. Now let me know if you have any doubts or any queries up till this particular point. No doubts. So this is the only theoretical concept related to four position synthesis. That is, there are only three possible combination of drawing the input links, in which we are ensuring that two consecutive links are symmetrical about the horizontal axis or O2 O4 axis. And said this, let us proceed with the first problem. I have taken the same problem, but here again, since it is four position, automatically all answers will change because your small n, instead of 3, it will become now 4. You can just note down this problem to synthesize a mechanism using four position method to generate the function y is equal to log of x to the base 10, or the value of x between 10 and 60, and the range of input angle is 120 degrees and the range of output angle is 90 degrees. This is a similar problem which we already solved for three position. I've taken the same set for four position also. Done, all of you?
Yes, sir.
The next steps
Yes, sir.
will be common here. That is, we are going to use the Chebyshev spacing method in order to find out the precision points as well as the precision angles. So the equation is going to remain the same. Okay, that is delta f xj will be delta x by 2, 1 minus cos of pi into 2j minus 1 divided by 2n. So what changes here is this n value compared to your earlier problem. Earlier you have taken 3 because of 3 position synthesis. Now you are going to take it as 4. Okay, so I'll just write down the equation for the first one. So what is delta x1? So we have delta x that is ranging from, sorry, 10 to 60. So delta x will be equal to maximum minus minimum. So 60 minus 10, that is 50, divided by 2. And we have 1 minus cos pi into j. I have taken it as 1. So it is 2 into 1, 2. Minus 1 will remain as 1 here. Divided by 2n will be 8 now. So this will be your first equation. You have to solve this in radians to get the value. Similarly, if I take delta x2, then only thing is j will change. And for delta x3, j will change. Like this, you will have to find out and let me know the answers over here.
So 1.9.
No? Okay, okay. You're
So
talking about delta x1, right?
delta, yeah, but x1 is 11.9.
Yeah. So this I've got it as 11.9.
25.43.
Let me write it. Okay, this is 11.9. X2 is how much?
25.43.
25.43.
44.57.
Okay.
58.09.
Yeah, others, please check if you're getting this similar answer. I guess you can. The answers were given so quickly because you have used the calculator correctly. If you just put in this equation, you will get all the answers within a second. So accordingly, you can tell me the y values. Y is nothing but log of x to the base 10. Just writing the values. Let me know if these are correct. Yeah, they correct.
Yes, sir.
You can understand the range of y will be 1.77 minus 1. So that will be 0.77 range of y. Then in the next step, we need to determine the input angles and output angles, that is the precision angles. So we already know the equation for input angles. The equation is going to remain same. Delta xj will be delta psi upon delta x into xj minus x1. So I'm starting with psi 2 because you know that for the first position we are always assuming that we can draw it. Instead of assuming, I can use the word that you can draw that mechanism from anywhere. Okay, it's just like if I ask you guys to draw a line of 5 centimeters on this particular slide, so I can draw the line of 5 centimeters either starting from this point, or I can draw it like this, or I can start it from this. So the starting point is not of importance to us. Ultimately we need that precision point, so I can start from anywhere. That's why psi 1 and phi 1 we are not finding out. So delta psi is already given to you. Delta x is 50, xj means it will be x2 minus x1 for the first value. Someone can answer this.
32.47,
32.4.
78.4,
Okay.
110.86.
Yes, the output angles.
38.08,
38.08.
66.9,
6.9.
79.6.
So these are the values that we are getting. Others, please verify it. If you're getting any other answer, please let me know. We can check where we have gone wrong, because I am also not having the answers. I just uh, prepared this question on the spot, so I'm not sure about the answers. I hope all of you have got these answers.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Now we'll start with the construction. Before construction, we need to assume some values. If you remember, for 3 position, what we had assumed is we had assumed the length O2, O4. We had assumed the output link length, that is O4, B1, and we had also assumed the initial position of the output link, that is the angle. Okay, 3 assumptions what we had made for 3 position. Now for 4 position, it is only one single assumption is required. Okay, so I'm going to only assume the length of input link is 4 centimeters. This is the only assumption I'm going to make. Based on this, rest all will be constructed. Okay, of course you can, if you are having a larger book, you can take it as 6 centimeters also, or 5 centimeters. I've just taken it as 4 centimeters over here. Okay, this is the assumptions. Now let us look for the procedure one by one, and then we'll construct parallelly. So let me go for the procedure here. Yeah, this is the first point. It might be difficult to understand, but I will show it to you in the software. It will become easy. The first point says that we need to bisect the angle A1 O2 A2 by O2 O4. We need to bisect this angle, and we need to locate O4 by bisecting phi 2 angle. Okay, so it's just that initially what diagrams I have shown you, Based on that, we are doing. Sorry, I'll just show you. Yeah, based on this diagram, the first assumption says that we need to bisect the angles O2, A2, and A1 with, I need to bisect this angle with O2, O4. Okay, and I can locate the point O4 by bisecting this angle. Okay, seems to be tricky one. Let us see how to construct this. So I'll use a software over here. Okay, in the first step, I need to bisect. Let me read what it is. A1, O2, A2. I need to bisect this. So we know the link length and we know the initial angle. What is the angle between A1 and A2? What is the angle between A1 and A2? This one.
So 32.
Yeah, psi of 2 means it is with respect to 1. So between 1 and 2, the angle is 32.4. So I need to draw a line. So I'll just choose a point and I'll draw a line of 4 units. Okay, let me zoom this. Okay, I've just drawn a line of 4 centimeter approximately. Now I'll just draw one line horizontally of arbitrary length. This is our O2, O4. I don't know where that O4 is. So I'm not giving a specific distance. I'm just drawing it arbitrary length because I don't know where is O4. Okay. Now what should be this angle here between this and this? This should be exactly half of 32.4 because we need to bisect it. Okay. So it will be 16.2. And I'll be drawing another line of 4 centimeters only. And I'll ensure that even this degree is 16.2. Okay, so we have drawn the two input link position, O2 A1 and O2 A2, such that they are bisecting the horizontal line. You can draw this. Meanwhile, I'll just give the naming. Okay, we have this O2 here. Okay, so this is our first step, which I've completed. Let me know once you are completed. I'll proceed with the second step.
Done, sir.
Now, I need you guys to give me a solution here. What exactly I need, I'll just draw it and show it to you. I'll just delete these dimensions. Okay. So what I need is when I draw a line from A2 somewhere over here, okay, approximately, and when I draw a line from A1 so that it will meet this intersection point here. Okay. So wherever they are going to meet, that will become my O4 point, provided this angle is something which I have already calculated. Can anyone tell me what should be this angle? Forget what I've got here. Can anyone tell me what should be this angle here? If at all this is O4,
38,
yeah,
38.
5 2.
yeah, exactly. We are looking for this angle now, 38. Okay, phi 2 is the output angle with respect to 1 and 2. So when I'm connecting 1 and 2 here, this should be phi 2, and this angle I should get 38. So if I want to make this 38, then how to proceed with this diagram? How to proceed and mark this O4? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, sine of that angle.
Okay, let me show you here. Okay, I'll just draw this. Okay, what I have drawn here in the software. So I've got this O2. Okay, I have marked this A2 over here. I have marked A1 over here. Okay, so what I will do is just for the construction purpose, let me use other line for the construction. So I'll just draw this line and I'll assume that this is the line which we require. So if this entire angle is 38, then this angle, only the half angle, this will be 19, right? So I know this angle is 19. This angle is obviously 90. So can I find out this angle then? Okay, so it will be 180 minus 90 minus 19. That will be 71 degrees. So this is 71 degrees. So if I know this angle, so and I know the position of A2, I can draw a line of 71 degrees, and wherever it will intersect the horizontal line, that point automatically will become O4. I hope you have got this point. If not, please let me know. I'll explain it once again.
Got it, sir.
Got it? Yeah. From O4, this entire angle was 38. I have drawn only half angle, that is 19. This is right angle over here, that is 90 degrees. So from the rule, we have got this as 71 degrees. So I'll just delete these lines, whatever I've drawn. Okay. Now I'll draw the construction line over here. Let me make this as a construction line. Okay. And I will draw one line such that this angle is 71. So with 71 degrees, wherever it will intersect, that will become your O4. So now I can join A1 and O4 also. And I'll delete the rest of the lines. So Please let me know if you have done. Have you done till this step?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll proceed to the next step. We need to draw the input links in the specified position. That means we have already completed O2 A1, O2 A2. We need to draw O2 A3 and O2 A4. So just draw a line of 4 centimeters. So let us see what is the angle. Psi 3 is 78.4. This is with respect to what? The position of the third input link is 78 degrees with respect to first position, because I'm taking xj minus x1 over here. So the angle between A3 and A1, this is supposed to be 78.4. So this is our new position, that is A3.
Done, sir.
Okay, similarly, we'll also draw A4 of 4 centimeters and at an angle of 110 degrees with respect to first link. So angle between this link and your first link should be 110.8. Just for the clarity, I'm going to delete all these angles. Just delete all the dimensions. So I'll hide it temporarily. Okay. Let us mark A4 also here. So done till this step, let us go to the next step and check what it is. What this is, we need to draw O4 A3. We need to draw a ray O4 A3, and I'm going to rotate it backwards by minus phi 3 so that I can locate A3 dash. So I'll draw a construction line O4 A3. Okay, I'll just convert this into construction line. We need to draw O4 A3 and I need to rotate it backwards. Backwards in the sense I'm going to rotate it anti-clockwise now in order to locate A3 dash. By what angle?
Phi 2.
Not psi 2. It is psi 3 because we have joined A3, right? O4 A3 I have joined. And if I rotate, I should get A3 dash. So since it is third, that means I need to rotate it by psi 3. Phi 3. That is 66.9 degrees or 67 degrees. I need to rotate it by phi 3. We need to rotate it by phi 3, which is 67 degrees here. Just measure this angle and this angle. This should be 67 degrees. And then I will draw an arc. We will trim off this line. Please note all these construction lines. I'm just showing it by hidden lines. I've located A3 dash. Now you should be able to appreciate that concept which I have told you at the beginning. If I started with O4 A3, okay, all of you just listen here. I started with O4 A3 and rotated it by phi 3. Why not? Why didn't I start with the second point? Because if I had joined O4 A2, I would have had to rotate it by phi 2 in order to get A2 dash, which is already, it will overlap with the A1, because this angle between A2 and A1 is phi 2 only already. And if you rotate O4 A2 backwards by phi 2 degrees, you will get A2 dash, which is already going to overlap on A1. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just write this as A1 comma A2 dash. Okay, we already had A2 dash, so I've constructed for A3 dash. Done. Are you done till here?
Yes, sir.
We will go to the next step. We need to draw one more ray, that is O4 A4, and I need to rotate it backwards by minus phi 4 so that I can locate A4 dash. What is the value of phi 4? 79.6. So I need to rotate this by 79.6. So that you will get A4 dash over here. Done till here?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So the last step is we need to draw the mid normals. We already discussed what is mid normal. It's a perpendicular line from the midpoint of that particular line segment. For A1, A3 dash and A3 dash, A4 dash. So let me first take this A1 and A3 dash. Okay, where is A1 and A3 dash? So I'll just draw this line A1 and A3 dash. I'll create a line A1, A3 dash and I'll draw a mid normal to this. I've drawn A1, A3 dash and I've drawn a mid normal to this. The next step, I'll draw one more line for A3 dash and A4 dash and I'll draw mid normal for this until it intersects our previously drawn line. You can see it will intersect here. I'll just remove these lines. So wherever they intersect, that becomes our point B1. You want me to repeat the step or show you the statement over here? We need to draw the mid normals for the line A1 and A3 dash. Another mid normal is from A3 dash and A4 dash. Wherever they intersect, that will be our point B1. So once I've got this B1, I can just now draw the final mechanism. So I will start with O2, from O2 to A1, from A1 to B1, and from B1 to O4, and again from O4 to O2. You can see I'll just darken these lines. This is the final mechanism. So your final drawing should look something like this. All other lines should be thin lines or construction lines, and only this final mechanism should be with thick lines. Are you done till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this will complete the problem. I want you guys to measure the link lengths and tell me so that we can verify your answer. Can you tell me what is the link length O2, O4? What I'm getting here is around 7.08. Okay, so approximately 7 centimeters should be your O2, O4. I'll also measure the output link, that is O4B. It should be somewhere around 5.1 centimeters. Can anyone tell me what is the link length A1, B1? You answer this and then I'll measure it. The link length A1, B1.
4.15.
Okay, what I'm getting the software is 4.3. Close enough. And of course, O2A1 is already what we have assumed it as 4 centimeters. So just by assuming one link length, we were able to design or synthesize the remaining 3 lengths of the link so that it can perform the desired operation, that too with prescribed or specific number of precision points. So if this problem is clear to you, okay, we'll be solving another problem in the next class on the same 4 questions in this, so that you can have a better practice on this, because we have seen that there's nothing to read or derivation point of view. If you understand the procedure of how to draw it, then 15-20 marks are there in your pocket. So we'll be practicing this another problem in the next class. If you have any doubts, please let me know with respect to this problem. If you don't have any problem, I've already taken your attendance. You can leave the class. Thank you.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, this is regarding the internal assessment portion actually. It was mentioned unit 1 and unit 2, but in unit 2 only the Chebyshev spacing method, only that much is there. So unit 3 is also included or not included?
No. Unit 3 is not included. Just let me go through the syllabus. See, in unit number 2, what you are getting is the theory part, that is categories of synthesis. Okay, type, number, and dimension synthesis. We get another theory part known as function generation, path generation, and body guidance. We get another theory part, that is what is precision point, what is structural error. And when it comes to numerical, we have Chebyshev spacing, and we have one lengthy derivation of crank rocker mechanism with optimum transmission angle. So this constitutes unit number 2. This is not only Chebyshev spacing is there. All these things will be there.
Okay, sir. Like for the open book, actually it was mentioned unit 2, but unit 3 was given. So I just wanted to ask whether they are combined or something like that.
No. I think because the unit 3 was going on, maybe by mistake I had given that. But for IA, it will be complete unit 2 and unit 1.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you.